Well, I don't think we're in New Orleans anymore.
What gave it away? The skyline or Loop 610?
I only had a home.
A job.
Car.
An oyster poor boy with cheese.
A lot has changed since Hurricane Katrina has moved us here to Houston. I don't know about you, but the city's kind of starting to grow on me.
Me too, and there's a lot of people from New Orleans that are finding work and planning on staying. It's not really hard to find a job if you know about going about it.
Well, first thing is you have to know a little bit about the city and how people think here. That is the only way you'll be able to compete with other people who are trying to find employment.
That's what you do. You think like a Houstonian, and then you can prepare, you can plan, you can get the interview, and probably land the job.
Okay. Attention all able-bodied evacuees. Your number one job now is to get a job. Now, I know that sounds like a challenge, and it's not like you haven't been trying, but we're hoping today that we can help you with a couple of tips that will help you along the way to get that employment that you're looking for.
Be prepared is step one. You need to make sure that you're eager to find employment. Step two, make yourself look good on paper. Make sure that you write down your name, address, and phone number on an index card. It's also a good idea to go ahead and write the names and addresses of your former employers. A brief description of the job duties that you perform would be a good idea also.
And bring this index card with you. You're going to be filling out a lot of applications, so you might as well make it easy on yourself.
But I don't have all that information. I can't contact my bosses or any of my references.
The place I was working at before the storm was destroyed, so I don't know how to contact anyone.
That's okay. Just be honest with your prospective employer. They want you to get the job and they want you to succeed. If you need to find some of that information, maybe you can use resources like Google or Yahoo to research your last employers, and you can get the information that you need.
The local library has computers if you don't have one. And you can always go to your local WorkSource and ask friends and family if they've seen your past employers or any of your past friends. Learn how to sell yourself. You need a resume. Write one. If you don't have one, the WorkSource can help you with one. There's different organizations and people who would be more than happy to help you get everything on paper.
You want to make sure that the employer knows that you plan on staying in Houston. You don't want them to think that they're going to go ahead and train you and then you plan to just leave.
Make sure that whenever you're filling out your resume or your application, to put a 713, a 832, or another local number on that application.
And you should keep your messages very simple. You should leave the rap or the jazzy intros out of your voice messaging system so that the employers know that you're serious about finding a job.
Here's an example of a good phone message. Just say, "Hello, my name is Janet Harris. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now, but please leave a message and I'll get back with you as soon as possible." That's it.
That way you'll land the job.
And you'll leave a good first impression. Step 5. You never get a second chance to make a good first impression. So, dress for success. If you don't know what to wear, make sure you go by the WorkSource and get some tips from them. You want to dress for the position that you're looking for, not for what you're doing now.
You don't want to be late for an interview. It's very important to plan in advance which part of town you need to get in. In New Orleans, it's a lot easier to get around. You can go from uptown to the French Quarter in like 5 minutes. You can go from downtown to Metairie with your eyes shut. In Houston, it's a lot longer. So before you go to the interview, make sure that you plan in advance the direction that you'll take.
If you're going to be riding the Metro, make sure you call Metro way ahead of time so that you can know the route you're going to be taking. Also, you can go to www.ridemetro.org, and they will give you all of the lines in the area so that you can know how to get from your place of origin to your destination.
I don't know about you, but making a list always helps me. I like to write things down. It's better to make this list the night before. So, step 6 is going to be to make a list. Make a list of all the employers that you need to see, all the references that you need to check, and all the locations that you need to get to.
If you have children, they should be a part of that list. Make sure that they're taken care of while you're going out on your interview. If you don't have friends or family, just team up with someone else who's looking for a job so that they can watch the children for you. There are also programs that will help you pay for child care once you get a job, so make sure to check those out as well.
It's just so hard not to talk about our experiences with Katrina when an employer asks us to talk about ourselves.
Because I used to work in hospitality and casinos in New Orleans before the storm, and Houston doesn't have any casinos here.
I understand. We all have stories about New Orleans, but the interview is probably not the best place to talk about them. When you're in the interview, you should think about going forward as opposed to going backward. Now that you're here in Houston looking for work, you should think of yourself as a Houstonian, not a homesick New Orleanian.
You know, that's it. You want to focus on your strengths. Make sure when you're in the interview to talk about how your experience fits their needs. Think that you're the employer. What would you like to hear? You want to be able to tell them that you are here in Houston and you want to build your career here.
Hey, isn't that...
Wow. Hey, love
Here, naked?
No, but I hear that a lot. Actually, I'm Patrick Trahan from the City of Houston and the Office of Mayor Bill White. Houstonians welcome your efforts to find employment here, and if you decide one day to call yourself a Houstonian, we want to see that happen. A lot of survivors have found work and a lot more will. We know it can be difficult when you don't have the network of friends or family to help you, but we know that if you put finding a job at the top of your list, we'll be here to help you succeed.
Remember the following tips. Look eager to find work. Prepare an index card with key information. Dress for the job you want. Have a simple professional message on your voicemail. Plan in advance to arrange for child care and transportation. And be on time. For help with these tips and other information on finding jobs, call the WorkSource at 1-888-469-5627 or go to the website at www.theworksource.org. For help with transportation, contact Metro at 713-635-4000 or go to www.ridemetro.org. For help locating past employers, go to google.com, anywho.com, yellowpages.com, or NOLA.com. For daily updates on jobs, housing, and other services for hurricane survivors, go to www.houstonhurricanerecovery.org. A production of the Community Settlement Network for the WorkSource. Special thanks to the City of Houston, United Way, and Neighborhood Centers, Inc.